You asked the question, and I got an answer.
do you remember when you first discovered that you had the ability to sing as you do?
Well, I tell you what, the beginning of the whole deal, when I was raised up, when I was a kid, our dad said we wasn't to ever listen to blues music because that was the devil's music. And we did not agree. Us 6 kids didn't agree to that because we wanted to hear and sing what we heard on the radio, and that was blues. So we would slip out in the back anywhere and listen to radio program that was playing all type of blues. And one day I was listening to the radio and I heard this song by a woman named Memphis Minnie. And she was singing this song about me and my chauffeur blues. And on the other side of that record was called Black Rat Blues. That's when I started trying to sing, because I was singing this particular song that I had heard Memphis Minnie, that Memphis Minnie had made. And, well, that's when I realized I could sing. And in the meantime, our dad made us go to church on Sunday. He said everybody in his household had to go to church, and we did. I did. And anyway, from time to time, we still listened at the blues, and we grew up singing gospel also. And I got to where I just really loved what I was hearing, and then I got interested in, really singing. So when I was 18 years old, I moved to Chicago. When I got to Chicago, I really got interested in singing because I loved singing. And I started going to different little local clubs in Chicago, little black clubs, that's all they had on Chicago South Side. And anyway, I would sit in with other bands like the Howlin' Wolf Band and Jimmy Reed, whoever was available. So this particular time I was sitting in with the Howlin' Wolf Band, and when I finished, then this man walks over to me, this big man walks over to me, and he said, who are you? I said, who are you? He said, I'm Willie Dixon. I said, okay, so? He said, where did you come from? He said, that's what the world needs today, a woman to sing the blues like you singing them. So we got plenty men, but not enough women. Where did you come from? I said, Memphis. So he said, well, are you under a contract with any record company? I didn't even know what the contract meant. I just know what he said. And I says, no. He said, well, I certainly would like to take you down to Chess Records and let them hear you. You do audition for them because I think they would agree that you got the voice and the talent that we've been looking for. And he took me down to Chess, and sure enough, Chess agreed, told Willie Dixon, get some songs together for her right now. And he did. Willie Dixon got Wang Dang Doodle for me. He wrote, he wrote like several tunes for me. Yeah. And we got them together. He did another tune called I Got What It Takes to Make a Bulldog Break His Chain. And anyway, that led into a new album. Now, back in those days, we talking 30 years ago, back in those days, it wasn't no CDs. It was albums. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big old records.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so the songs that he got together led into the albums for me. I did my first record down at Chess Records, and I kept recording for them for about around 9 or 10 years, up until Leonard Chess died. After that, I wasn't with nobody until I met up with Alligator Records. Now, I've been with Alligator for 23 years already, and I'm still with them. And I'm finishing up a new CD with them right now. Looking forward to it being out on the street. And so that's the way it worked out with my career, my beginning of the history of my career.
In those early days, how difficult was it for women to gain attention in the Chicago blues scene?
Hmm?
In those early days, how difficult was it for women to get that attention in Chicago, in the blues scene?
Well, I know I did. And we had another girl that passed away named Valerie Wellington. And she was, pretty much on that same trail going up. But she just passed away. But anyway, I found out he was telling the truth. It's very true even today. It's not near as many women's doing it as it is the men's.
Were you a pretty confident performer right from the beginning? Did it take time for you to get confident in front of an audience?
Yeah, it took time for that because I was bashful, and I closed my eyes, and I was scared. I don't know what I was scared of. But anyway, that's how I felt in the beginning. But as time went on, that, I erased all of that. It just went away. I got used to getting up in front of audience and singing and, talking and whatever, And now, it ain't no comparison now like it was back then,
After you had that major success with Wang Dang Doodle, was there any pressure coming on you from Chess Records to keep producing hits?
No, I never got no pressure from them in no kind of way. Because I would have stayed with them, and they would have kept me. But like I say, when Leonard just passed away, the company just folded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I just wasn't with nobody. But if they'd have kept open with their business, I might have been with them till now.
So I guess it must have been a great advantage to you having been involved with two labels that are really dedicated to blues rather than not having to deal with mainstream labels.
Yeah, that's true.
You've received a lot of awards over the years and honours. How important do you rate these? And are there any that mean more to you than others?
You mean my trophies, awards?
Yeah.
Some of them, they all are special. But there is about 3 of them I know is very, very special. First of all, I received a Grammy Award. 1 Grammy Award, and I was nominated for about 14 Grammy Awards. Okay, but I received, that's one of the awards I got that was special. I don't know what all that noise is. But anyway, then not too long ago, I received what they call a Lifetime Achievement Award, which was very, very special. Then I got an award when I was inducted into the Hall of Fame. They never had a black woman in the Hall of Fame before. And I felt very honored for that, and it was something very special.
Absolutely. What do you think it is about blues music that sees it keep its popularity despite all the other changes in musical trends over the years?
Well, I don't know what it is, but I do know that blues has always been on the back burner all my life. And why it's like that, don't ask me, because the blues music is just as good to listen to as any other music. But they will not give the blues people that special chance of, letting them know, well, yeah, this is good music, and all like that. They don't play it on the radio and things like that. And it's really hurting, because I think I sound just as good with my recording as any of the others out here. But it's up to the public to buy what they like. You can't tell nobody what to like, but it's not because it ain't good the reason why they don't like it.
I get the impression that amongst blues performers there's a real sense of camaraderie and a sense of community rather than competitiveness. Do you feel that?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure of that. I do know blues is the black people heritage. I know that much. And it's memory. It all started from slavery. I know that. And from that point on, a lot of people look down on it because of that. So, but I mean, you would think after all of these years, going through different changes and everything, look like it would have reached a peak that they would recognize it and appreciate it as much as they do any other music. One thing about it, all this other music that you listen to, that people listen to, they fail to know that all music come from the blues.
It's true. You have a reputation for being a very passionate performer on stage, putting your heart and soul into every lyric.
Every lyric. My heart is into every lyric come out of my mouth.
How do you manage to maintain that? I mean, there must be nights when you're not quite feeling well, and how do you manage to keep that up?
Well, so far I have managed to keep it up, and I don't know I can't tell you how much longer it'll last, because sometimes Santa Claus get too old to make his trips. So it's the same way with me. So I'm going as long as I can. As long as I can go, I'll be out here going. And then when I get so I can't go, I'll stay at home.
What do you look for in a song to make it, the type of song that you'd want to cover or perform?
Well, first of all, I want to do something and make that song sound interested and good to me. Now, if it don't sound good to me, then I'm gonna feel like, well, it ain't gonna sound good to nobody else. It first got to make me feel good. I'm the one singing it. So then I can, keep the fire burning. But if it ain't sounding good to me, ain't much I can do with it. Like I say, I'm finishing up a CD now, and every song on that CD is something that I feel like, I believe, is songs that the public will enjoy listening to, dancing to, and just maybe riding down their car with the tape in their car listening to it. You know what I'm saying? And this is how I feel about the whole CD. I got a song on there that I wrote. I hope it's appropriate, but it says, "Don't let me catch you with your drawers down. That's one that I wrote. And then we got another one on there says, I don't want no man always hitting on me. So the last man hit me died in 1983. And, you know, on and on, different, you know, titles.
The musicians on the new CD.
Oh, the musicians?
Yeah.
Chris Johnson is the music arranger, guitars on the CD. We have Kenneth Hampton on bass on that CD. We got Chris Jr. on drums. We got this guy named Roosevelt. I forget his last name, but his name Roosevelt on keyboards. I don't remember the guys he got on horns. I don't remember them right off.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And are they pretty much the makeup of your touring band as well?
Huh?
Are they pretty much the makeup of your touring band as well, those guys?
No, they are not on there. They are not on there. But I have no jurisdictions over who the company used to work in the studio.
Okay.
For recordings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yep.
They have bands and musicians that they use for recording, and then the artists pick the band they want that they travel with.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way they go.
You have a regular touring band at the moment?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Who are some of the guys there?
I have Vino Loudon on lead guitar. I have Rick King on drums. I have Luke Strong on guitar. And I have Melvin Smith on bass.
You find that audiences and the feeling that you get from audiences is still the same today in the blues clubs as from the day you started?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
As long as you're in a blues club, yeah, you get the same response. But if I went into a jazz club or a rock club or even a R&B club, then I wouldn't get the same response. I'd get booed out. Because this ain't what they... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The company that books me, they wouldn't book me somewhere they don't even have blues. That would be pretty stupid. They book me where they know people come and listen to the blues, and they like the blues.
Yeah.
So that's the way they go.
How much of the year would you spend touring these days, Koko?
Huh?
How much of the year would you spend on the road now, these days?
I say about about 200 dates at least.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
You're still keeping pretty busy.
Real busy.
Yeah.
Too busy for an old woman like me.
Any chance we could be lucky enough to see you down in Australia?
If y'all send for me. If y'all send for me and pay for me, I'll be there.
Oh, good. I'll put the word around. Good to see you. And just before we finish up, what advice would you give to young artists just starting out on the road?
I would tell any young girl or boy, look, if this is where your heart is, this is what you really want to do, then you do it. And stick with it, because it's not a bed of roses, but you got to keep working on it, pay some dues like I paid dues. This ain't nothing gonna happen overnight, but you just got to hang in there until things start looking up for you. And then when it starts looking up, you get up, pick up, and do up. That's the way I did. And don't expect for nothing to happen today. You start today and it's going to happen tomorrow, because it ain't that simple. Now, I've been working on it for all these 32 years, and I mean, look where I'm at. I ain't never at the top of the ladder. I'm not up there with Whitney Houston. I'm not up there with Aretha Franklin, but I ain't at the bottom either. So that's the way you have to look at it, you know.
Yeah. They're words of experience.
Oh, yeah. But everybody do what they do. That's the main thing. I ain't trying to be nobody else, and ain't nobody else trying to be me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, for sure.
I just do what I do it the way I do, and there it is.
All right, Koko, thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute delight to speak to you.
Okay. Same here.
Thank you for all that one.
If I ever come to Australia, I hope to get to meet you.
Absolutely. I'll be here waiting for you.
Okie doke.
Thanks again.
Bye-bye.
You take care. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.